Alright, so if you're looking for a smart wearable device with a premium design as well as impressive battery life, then the Huawei Watch GT4 might be the one for you. With that said, it's not a perfect smartwatch, and we're going to take a look at it in this video. Let's get started. Alright, so before we move on, this video is probably the last one for Team VRY this year, and we're going to take a quick holiday break for December. And I just want to thank you guys for watching and for all the support for our channel. With that said, we're going to take a look at the Huawei Watch GT4, and if you want to check it out, I will drop some links in the description below. And yeah, let's get on with this video. Alright, so first off, let's talk about the design of the Huawei Watch GT4. It's pretty clear that Huawei has decided to give the GT4 series a premium look, and we do have the black 46mm model here, which does come with a rather sporty look. Now the watch features a 1.43-inch AMOLED touchscreen. There's a stainless steel case that surrounds the display, although it doesn't come with a rotating bezel unlike the Galaxy Watch Classic series, and instead navigation is handled by a rotating crown as well as an action button, which are located on the right hand side. Underneath, the watch features a composite material which feels a lot like plastic, and this also houses the GT4 sensors as well as the charging panel. The watch also comes with a 580 mAh rating, which means that it can survive underwater dips for up to 50 meters, although it's not really meant to be a diving watch. And overall, it's a nicely designed wearable and shouldn't look out of place at casual or even formal occasions. Now, Huawei hasn't really revealed which kind of processor the watch is using, although it does come with a ton of different sensors for health and activity tracking. The GT4 includes an accelerometer, a gyroscope, magnetometer, optical heart rate sensor, a barometer, as well as a temperature sensor. Other hardware features include a vibration motor for haptics and notifications, a speaker, microphone, support for Bluetooth 5.2, as well as NFC. Unfortunately, there isn't any Wi-Fi connectivity on the watch, so it's going to use your phone's Bluetooth connection to access the internet. In terms of battery performance, Huawei says that the watch can last for up to 4 days of intensive use, 8 days with moderate use, and a maximum of 14 days of very conservative usage. Based on my experience so far, it was able to last around a week in general, which is pretty impressive, especially considering that most other smartwatches aren't even able to make it past a day. Now, the GT4 will work with both iOS and Android devices, although setting up the device will require a bit of light tinkering if you're using an Android phone. Since Huawei's apps aren't available on the Play Store, you'll need to download the Huawei Health APK and then sideload it into your Android phone. Once that's done, however, using the watch is pretty seamless. I think Huawei has done a terrific job updating the interface on the GT4, and it does feel a lot smoother and more fluid compared to my experience with older Huawei watches. The same can be said for the Huawei Health app, which for the most part just works nice and simple. Here you can keep an eye on your activities, change the watch settings, and mess around with the notification settings, to name a few. The GT4 does come with several pre-installed apps, including several watch faces and built-in exercise modes, as well as other apps such as alarms, call logs, and even a music player which can play locally stored files. It's a pretty nice selection, although one consideration is that you'll have to install new apps and watch faces using the smartphone app. As someone who uses this watch a lot for heart rate and sleep tracking, the GT4 had no problems keeping an eye on my metrics, which is something that we've seen before on previous Huawei watches. Features like automatic walk detection were also very much welcome, especially for day-to-day usage. And there are a few complaints, however. One consideration is that I wasn't able to sync my Huawei Health data with Google Health Connect, and while you could reply to most messages and notifications with preset replies, the GT4 still lacks the option to type a custom response, something that's easily handled by Wear OS devices, for example. Now, at a price of around $315 or £250 in the UK, the Huawei Watch GT4 manages to excel thanks to its premium and sturdy design, a large and responsive display, a more fluid user interface, as well as impressive battery performance. There are some factors to consider, such as the lack of Google software integration, as well as the lack of built-in Wi-Fi connectivity, and the constant reliance on the smartphone app for watch face and app installations. With that being said, however, at the end of the day, the Huawei Watch GT4 gets all the basics right, and buyers after a smartwatch with a premium design and great battery life will definitely want to consider this one. Alright guys, so let me know your thoughts on the Huawei Watch GT4. Do you have it already, or are you planning to get one? And yeah, thanks a lot for watching this one. Happy holidays, and I'll see you guys next year.